Hi folks, welcome to the Lake District, where there was a cat a moment ago down there. This video is about our longer distance hiking events and the kit you will need for those. So, you know what the normal kit list is. I'm just going to cover that first because I think if I just go through that and then we talk about quantity, that's the main difference. So it's not any different to any other event you've been on. So you've got your basics, you know what you'd usually bring. If you've been with us before, the standard kit list is already on YouTube. Happy to send it across and that might help. But I'm going to go through that here anyway for you. So just to bear in mind, if your long distance challenge has in it, or you would like to do any other activity, I'm thinking here something like wild swimming, let's say. If we've already included that in it, you're going to need that kit. It's not going to be mentioned in this video. If you're thinking, do you know what, on that particular route we're doing, wherever it is, I wonder if there'll be an opportunity to pack your swimming gear. That's my advice. And then you can always leave it in the accommodation or in the back of one of our cars if you don't get to do it. But not having it can sometimes preclude you from being able to do that. So that's the most important thing. So let's get into the detail. Okay, so split this into two sections for the accommodation, for the venue. For the walks. Okay, I'm going to split this into two sections for the accommodation and for the walks. So, for the accommodation first. If you're a light sleeper, earplugs, absolutely fantastic. I do tend to have them with me, but just generally useful. Wash kit. More often than not, towels and so on are included, and so is your bedding. However, if you prefer to be warm, bring your own bedding or bring some extra sheets as well, or bring your orthopedic pillow if you've got one. You know, all of those sorts of things are extras, but sometimes can make the difference over, several nights back to back to back to back to back. So don't forget things like that. Don't forget to check the contents of your wash bag. If it's not something you normally have in your, in your bathroom, but you have it in your bag, you're going to need to check the contents before you come. And finally, a head torch with a red light mode on for reading and moving around at night. If you're in a shared room, then that makes that experience easier for everybody. Point 2. This is the walking part of it. So, starting from the top down. Hat. If it's I think just bring a hat, because all of this stuff you might not need. But if you haven't got it and the weather turns, like I've just had sun, then it's gone to rain and dark, and now it's brightening up again in the space of this video, literally. So, the weather can turn really quick in places like this. So bring a hat. Bring a net gaiter, a buff, whatever you call it. We do sell them actually, but I don't always have them in stock, so you need to just bear that in mind. So if you've got one, bring it. They're really suitable. They're really flexible and functional clothing. Not only can you bring them up here and keep your face warm in the worst of weathers, actually just around your neck they provide a level of comfort and warmth too. Dead handy bit of kit to have. Obviously your t-shirts, like this technical fabric, they're really good because they wick sweat away, therefore heat away from your body, and they keep you more comfortable for longer. So on a longer event, you're going to need multiples of those unless you fancy washing them in the day. And that'll be a matter for you as to how many days you get out of a t-shirt. It might be 1, it might be 2, I don't know. It's your call. Just bear in mind, every day, these longer day challenges, the long days, you get hot. Worthwhile noting that. An outer layer, a fleece layer. Bring a couple if you've got them. Right, you don't have to use them. They might stay in the bag at certain times of year. However, when we stop, and we will stop often, right, that's a guaranteed fact. If you get cold, putting one of these on while we have something to eat, then taking it back off, banging it in your rucksack, and on we go again. That's worth its weight in gold. So we've got down to the top bit here now. Next, waterproof. It's almost guaranteed you're going to need one of them, isn't it? Even if it isn't for rain and just keeps you a bit warmer. A shell keeps the wind out. Waterproofs aren't just waterproof. They're also windproof in the main. So a good waterproof will shield you from both of those elemental forces. So worth noting that. Down a bit, obviously your underwear choices I'm going to leave to you. And socks. My advice, get some hiking socks. My really top-notch advice, get waterproof hiking socks. You won't look back. It's the next stage in evolution, folks, and it's highly recommended by me. So waterproof hiking socks are going to serve you so well. Couple of pairs just in case. Right, that's the same with any socks. Couple of pairs. I'd say on a 5-6 day, bring at least 3 or 4 pairs. Okay. Moving up, moving down, I suppose, or in or out, whichever way it goes. I don't know. Finally, comfortable pair of shorts or walking trousers or leggings, whatever version of those works for you. Again, though, multiple days mean multiple choices. So very much like t-shirts, if you can cope with muddy trousers going back on again the next day, if they haven't dried overnight, so be it. But if you can't, a couple of pairs will serve you well. Gloves. Don't forget your gloves. Your fleece ones, great. Not so good though if it's raining. I'm not suggesting we want deep, hard, winter weight stuff, but something like that, some shell kind of product. Sealskins do a great version. Probably the ones that have lasted longest for me, the Sealskins waterproof gloves. I recommend them. Any questions at the end of this video, you know what to do. Pop a message over to me. My email is Jeff with a G, jeff@focusedperformance.co.uk. That's jeff@focusedperformance.co.uk. Don't forget, folks, by the way, your outside stuff, you're out going out stuff. I'm going to the pub now with my guest. I'm going to have something to eat. Some clothes to get changed into in an evening makes all the difference psychologically. So that as well. Hope this video has been helpful. Any questions, you know where I am. Catch you soon.